At the door.
Dirty ball! Dirty balls! Wash your balls!
Sad thing is, I really do know somebody who told me a story about that recently.
I told you my mom waited outside of Oregon for Rusty Wallace. Are we recording it?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. You want to cut off the first bit, or I don't think we were.
No.
I was telling a stupid story about Rusty Wallace. They don't care about that.
That's not the story you were telling me.
Yeah, that's a different story.
You went to the gay bar.
Yes, I accidentally went to a gay bar not knowing what it was once, and somebody bought me a drink, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute. And it was a funny story I was telling them. Anyway, so, welcome everybody to the Dirty Balls podcast after that very innocuous opening.
Ooh, look at big words.
And that's, yeah, okay,
Big
anyway.
words for a professional journalist.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
These are my sarcastic dick co-hosts, so go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Jeremy from Conrad's Cowbells.
I'm Alan.
Go to Moose Candle Company, buy a candle.
Wait your turn. He wasn't done.
He wasn't ready.
Oh, it's your turn now.
Okay. I'm Alan.
I'm Jennifer.
And I'm professional journalist Ethan B. Okay.
Now explain to them why we're joking about you being a professional.
Tell them where they can catch your articles.
Okay, well, I recently started an internship at the Lenoir News Topic. North Carolina's like, what, 18th biggest paper, but still. And I started my, I unofficially started my journalism career because it's an unpaid internship. Last Friday night at the West Caldwell football game against South Caldwell, and I wrote a story about it. Because that's what my internship is, going to a high school football game every Friday night and then writing a story about it. I did not think that my first story would be published because it's my first story. But I have been doing this for like 5 years now because I passed media writing 1 and 2 in my freshman year when most of the people in that class were seniors. And then I wrote for the school newspaper for a few years after that. So it's not like I'm a novice at journalism. I've just never done it for a real publication until now. It was the story that I wrote that Friday was published online Saturday morning, and then in the actual paper on Tuesday morning. And then, so I was pretty excited about that.
Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you. And that's enough about me bragging about myself. I'm gonna stop being positive now and be negative because we got a 1-star review.
Yay.
All right, so. I have run out of Google reviews, or at least good ones, so now I have moved up in the world and gone over to TripAdvisor, who, it's out of 5, and for some reason it's circles instead of stars, but, you know, I guess they're quirky and different that way. And so here we go. This comes from, oh yeah, Jeremy Newman. So we got Jeremy. You know this guy? Jeremy Newman? Okay.
No, I don't know Newman.
Jeremy Newman 4 from Wheelersburg, Ohio. Fancy. And he writes, on July 11th, 2017, 1 out of 5 stars, overpriced for minor league baseball. I called for tickets and was told it would be $13 per person. And here's the funny part. Cincinnati Reds tickets are $12 with $5 specials often. That's for Major League Baseball. Yeah, but that's for the Reds.
That's really Major League Baseball.
Exactly. Saying that that's for Major League Baseball. It's the Reds. Anyway, the lady in the phone, not on the phone, in the phone. There's a lady in the phone. So
That's an easy mistake. The I and the O's close. And
so Siri
It's
told him.
funnier if he thinks there's somebody actually in the phone.
That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks Siri is a lady in the phone.
A lady named Siri.
She lives in the phone. Yeah, these people are from Ohio. The lady in the phone said business is good with tourists, so they can charge more. And by tourists, I mean actual tourists. This is not Asheville. Great attitude, he says with sarcasm, implied, but not really, because there's like, usually, you know, if you want to imply sarcasm, you put like quotations or italics or something. Nope. Anyway, she said that they didn't need my business. And here's another thing. Here's another part.
Well, she's right.
Here's another part. They charge for parking, too. Ooh.
Where the hell's he going that they don't?
Yeah.
Apparently they don't charge for parking at Reds
Apparently-
games.
Apparently he's only used to going to Little League games and Reds games.
So Little League games.
They don't charge down east.
They charge for parking
They're just
too.
glad you're there.
They charge for parking at 90% of minor league and major league, any professional level of baseball,
Yep.
and some colleges. I wouldn't waste my time. I wouldn't waste my time unless you're a insert affiliate here fan or just very bored.
And this is a park we've been to.
It's a park we've all been to,
We've all been to.
all of us, and this is an area with tourism, because it said that they do good business with tourists.
Smokies.
There you go. Tennessee Smokies. So I guess this guy was tired from a day at Dollywood.
It had to have been, because
And
that's a great stadium.
that's one of my favorites.
I mean-
I've talked about ad nauseum about how much I'm going to miss that place.
The staff there was, when I was there anyway, the staff was, super friendly.
They call themselves the friendliest ballpark in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, for her to give him attitude like that, he either caught her on the wrong day or he was
must
a
have been
dick to her first.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive past it Sunday.
Where you going on Sunday?
Nashville.
Oh, okay. For what?
Crown Sports.
I didn't know that.
You know, the one we've been waiting 3 years for.
Oh, because you got it before, and then the pandemic made it delayed like 5 different times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
Finally.
Didn't you guys have an extra ticket that I was going to use and then somebody else took it? And no, that was
Not for that one.
a different show, also in Nashville.
I think that show they actually had.
Oh, okay. I'm never traveling with this guy again unless I get my own hotel room because this
I
man.
don't snore no more.
He doesn't.
You don't?
Somebody
Because-
else found that hard to believe too.
The last time I went to Nashville with Alan, I ended up sleeping in the car at a very nice hotel.
After you threw your phone against the wall.
And what did we see that night?
Not Crime and Sports, Small Town Murder, but same guys. Anyway, that's my 1-star review. Congratulations, Jeremy. It takes Jeremy to know a Jeremy, I guess. But unlike the other Jeremy from Ohio, you actually know what you're talking about.
Half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't see it with that ballpark.
Me either. Because
Yeah.
that's a very, very, very... Usually what most people say about the ballpark when they're being nice about it, one of the first things they bring up is how nice the staff is.
Yeah.
So, for that to happen, you must have really agitated them.
Yeah, I mean, he must have fallen off the chairlift at Anarchista or something and then wrote the review.
These are Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg references for
Yeah.
those that don't know. So, yeah.
So, let's start where we left off last time. But
It's been 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You went to Greenville and saw something pretty cool, right?
I went to Greenville and set up on the Green Monster. I
We-
wasn't there the
Doesn't hurt
night
to
that
include
they
me.
had
I thought you were.
the no-no.
Well, we pitched another no-no.
Almost pitched another one after that.
At home, yeah.
It was Mason was the starting pitcher, and then
Englert. Mason Englert, yeah.
McDowell was the closer.
Yeah,
And-
Theo.
Yeah, Theo.
I really like him. He's gonna be good.
And
Oh,
Or
by
he
the
is
way-
good already, but he's gonna be.
We might have some show and tell if you brought the thing.
I left it out in the car.
Oh, okay.
It's just paper.
It's paper, yeah.
and Cody Freeman was catching. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we had another no-no. I think it was 70-something days since the last one, which was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And before that, it had been 10 years.
To have a no-hitter in a minor league team is already rare enough. To have
Rare
two,
for a major league team.
To have two, that's what I'm getting at. To have 2 no-hitters in the same year on a minor league team with the same, is it the same?
No.
I thought it was the same. Well, it almost was the same pitcher on the
Almost.
one that
Almost
almost
like-
was. That's really, really rare.
But I remember last year in Greenville when Avery had a perfect game.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. But yeah, so I thought you were there. That's why I teased
wish.
it.
God, I wish.
So,
I could have been, but I wasn't.
So, well, there goes that story. So,
The Green Monster was great though.
Oh, it was.
That's always.
It
Have you
was.
ever been up?
yeah,
Okay.
I was there for the Sloppy Joe bobblehead, and got sunburnt.
And-
crazy.
It was. I can't remember her name. Chad's daughter. It was her birthday.
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you. Put me on the spot like that, man.
Anyway, they were all there. Chad and his family were there, and she went, and his daughter went to the a team store and brought back up these things that were so cute. They were like these little plush toys that were like figures of players, like kind of like Funko Pops, but smaller and plushier. And they were in like a sealed off ball, and you didn't know what it was till you opened it. It was like a surprise, and you could get Acuna, you could get Christian Yelich, you could get there's a bunch of different Tatis, which is funny because he was in the news that day, and so yeah,
And you could suspend him if you wanted to.
That was
yeah.
awesome.
So
Bet you
What?
whatever toy that is, and then they had
Where's this at?
for a big one, you get a big
Madison.
one,
Huh?
Madison. You get a big one for $10, or you get like a keychain size one for $5.
What is this?
some kind of little pop figure.
In Greenville?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were actually pretty cool.
Where?
At the team store in
In
Greenville.
the team store. They have them at the one inside and the one outside.
I would assume they're at more places than that, but yeah, they were pretty
Yeah.
cool.
One thing they did in Greenville that I thought was really cool is they handed them out to everybody on the Green Monster, but I think if you sat in the regular seating bowl, you had to actually go get them at like the customer care center or their version of it or whatever. But you know how at the Crawdads games, we'll print out our roster and have the pronunciation key or whatever, and we used to do, and we also do the opposing team's roster. Well, they do that, plus they do the lineups, plus they do
Score sheet
score sheet for the game.
in color.
Yeah.
Score sheet, lineups, all that. They bring it to you.
Yeah, if you want to keep score, they will hand you a score sheet.
Greenville does it. Greenville does a great job.
They
with
do.
everything.
That place is amazing.
And one more thing that I liked in Greenville, while we're bragging on them, they had an app that you.
a lot of ballparks have that now.
Yeah,
Nashville
but
has it.
Greenville's the first one that I went to where I actually saw it and used it, where you could order food on the app and for only like $1 extra, have somebody bring it right to you. And it took. I ordered my food in the top of the first, and in the bottom of the first, I got it. Like you would think with that kind of technology, it would take like a half hour to do,
See, Asheville
but
does
just
it too.
boom,
Yeah.
just it was right to you.
And we did it once.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, I think, before the renovations.
Now, given it's pretty limited, there's only out of like the five or
Well, I
six
mean, it
different
doesn't need
restaurants,
to be.
out of the 5 or 6
I don't
different
care if all you can
concession
get is a
stands
hamburger.
there was only
Yeah,
like
it's
2
just the
things on there.
basics usually.
It's the like it was but to not leave your seat and
Not miss any of the game.
to not miss any of the game and have your
'Cause-
food brought right to you, that's incredible.
Because when you're in a place that gets as much fan support as Greenville does, especially on a Saturday night or a Friday night when there's fireworks, you're going to stand in line no matter how fast they are.
Yeah.
And if you're standing in line during the game, you're missing the game. I'll pay $1 to have them bring it to me, and
most
I'll have to
definitely.
miss 2 innings, 3 innings.
And it only took a half inning for them to bring it to you. That would have taken 3 innings if you would have, especially with the pace of play the way it is right now.
Yeah.
That would have taken 3 innings to go down there and get it yourself.
Well, with that being said, here
and,
comes.
and leave them a tip too if you can.
Well, yeah, they're serving you.
Well, Jennifer and Lucas and I went to a restaurant in Hickory Saturday.
We have those in here?
Well,
Restaurant?
keep telling your story, and then I'll figure out where you're going with it.
Well, it had to have been Saturday. When did we go to Greenville?
Sunday.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think it was a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Anyway.
was Saturday.
Saturday morning, we went to a place in Hickory that was once a good place. Then it closed down, and now it's reopened. IHOP.
Oh, yes.
See, I haven't been to this IHOP since it's opened back
I
up.
haven't either.
I've been once.
This.
How was it?
Yeah, how was it?
Wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was IHOP. It was what you expect from IHOP.
Yeah,
IHOP
I have
was
been there
good.
since it reopened.
Our IHOP was good back in the day.
Oh, it was amazing back
Yeah.
in the day.
I'm more.
Now-
I'm more
I'm
of a,
not just talking, not the food as much. I mean, the food's pretty much.
You know, food's just IHOP.
controversially,
Yeah.
I'm more of a Bob Evans guy.
The service,
The service
in the
was
day was
always
amazing.
wonderful. Yeah, back in the day.
Well, now this IHOP is officially the crawdads of restaurants.
they didn't serve you a rotten hot dog, did
We
they?
got in, we sit down, we order our drinks. I order a Dr. Pepper. Oh, we don't have any sodas. All
Yeah.
right, okay, orange juice.
Now, I went to Taco Bell in Newton the other day, and they told me that we don't have any sodas. So when it came my turn to pull up to the window and drive through, I just kept on driving.
We don't have Dr. Pepper at school anymore, and I'm very upset about that.
Why did you graduate?
We replaced it with some dumb fruit punch, but whatever. We still have cheerleading.
Anyway,
So we order orange juice.
Me and Alan ordered orange juice. I believe Lucas ordered orange juice, and Cooper ordered sweet tea.
was it from concentrate and still had chunks of the stuff floating in it?
No, but they bring the drinks out there.
It's a great baseball podcast, isn't it?
Oh,
Bring the
really?
drinks out there. Cooper gets a nice glass of sweet
That's
tea.
rich coming from me. Sorry.
Or maybe Lucas got water. Did he get water?
Anyway, you got something to
I think
drink.
he got water.
You got something
We
Yeah.
Lucas,
didn't
got,
get orange juice.
Lucas got a glass of water.
This is a
And
riveting-
then me and Alan got tiny children cups of orange juice. Because they said, oh, we're out of clean dishes. We'll bring you a big cup
And
when they
then
get so clean.
I'd have been done.
Also, we're out of
Also,
I'd
straws.
have been
But
done.
they're out of straws.
also, we're out of straws, but they're going to run and get some.
I've been, as soon as they said they were out of clean dishes, done.
So now we order our food.
Wait,
Takes-
that IHOP's right next to Barnes & Noble. Just go get a book to eat it off of.
So this is
Special
Oscar.
guest,
can't drink
special
out
guest
of it.
Oscar.
Special guest
True.
Oscar. So now we've ordered our food. We've waited 2 or 3 innings. It comes out to us. Me and Cooper order the chicken. Well, I get the chicken and waffles. He gets the chicken and pancakes.
Ooh, chicken and waffles, a classic.
Yes. Well, was it his or mine? I think mine.
Yours.
Which
My
they have. Which,
chicken.
Let me cut you off. They have chicken and French toast now
Oh,
at
yes.
Cracker Barrel, and it is really good.
Anyway, so one of our chicken tenders was
Raw.
burnt like a motherfucker.
Crawdad burnt.
About black as that cat right there.
Well, I was thinking crawdad raw.
I never seen it raw there.
Oh yeah, Priscilla got some that was raw, and I have recently found out, and I won't say how, but I recently found out that that same day there were several other people that got food poisoning from the chicken tenders.
So yeah, the IHOP here in Hickory is the Hickory Crawdads of restaurants. Get it together next year, guys, please.
This
Yeah.
is a negative.
It'd be a great place to have a restaurant.
We get it together.
So-
We're talking about the Crawdads or IHOP.
Both,
Okay.
because I'm not going back to the IHOP, but we'll go to the Crawdads.
Go ahead.
Because they have
Step on
baseball
that.
on the
See what happens.
So the next day, Jennifer and I,
Went back to
we went down to Greenville. So
You're looking for a soul to steal?
and we met Adam down there, and Chris and Teresa, and so we went to a place called Willie Taco.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you told me about
Flipping
that place.
phenomenal. So and Jennifer, she's looked it up. She doesn't like vegetables. and all
Apparently,
that
this is the food episode.
Yeah, this is the food.
I wish I could remember the place that I recommended in Greenville, the name of it. The where we ate with the barbecue and the ribs.
Yeah, it's down there on the corner, like 1 block over from the stadium.
So
It's an institution down there, apparently. Adam was telling me about it.
but Adam's girlfriend, she's a waitress at Willie Taco. So it was really excellent. So Jennifer, like I said, was looking at pictures and getting disgusted.
I didn't look at pictures. I
Smoke
read
on the
what
water.
was on the stuff.
That's it, smoke on the water.
Great ribs. They bring you ribs with no sauce, and there's like 5 sauces on the table. Legendary way to do ribs.
So the food episode continues.
So, but it ended up being really good. So we plan on going down in the off season, but we can go down there and watch the Swamp Rabbits play hockey.
Oh yeah, minor league hockey.
So we'll probably
Minor
do
league
that.
hockey's always fun.
I love minor league hockey. I
Love
wish
checkers.
I haven't been to a Checkers game since they stopped being affiliated with the Hurricanes.
So that was great. So check out Willie Taco. All right. So that, I guess that concludes the food.
The food portion of it.
I mean, we can talk about.
I am
after
dying
we
to
went-
read this
After
article.
we went to IHOP, we went to Crumble and got cookies.
Oh god, I'm tired of hearing about Crumble.
It's good. It's
Everybody
overrated.
I know is like, ooh, Crumble's coming out with their new flavors today. I don't
yeah,
care.
it's Sunday.
I'm diabetic. I can't eat.
Every Sunday at 8
But
p.m.
he's diabetic, so
I'm diabetic.
But
I don't
it's
care.
okay.
Everybody keeps wanting to tell me about it. I'm like, I can't eat
Okay,
it.
guys,
Leave me out.
Just get in the Spooler
Everybody?
group and you'll know the flavors like a week
Listen.
or two ahead of time.
They are delicious cookies, but people overhype them and talk about them like they're the second coming of Christ himself. Okay? They're good cookies. Let's just let them be good cookies.
We should have brought the box and set it on the table.
Can I read this? I want to read this.
What is it?
No.
Apparently it's for later.
Can we talk about baseball?
I was getting there.
There's baseball on here!
So we get to the game, and this is what really.
And then we had some ice cream at the game. What we do?
Sweet Caroline's is amazing. I will say that.
Ah, man. All that dairy.
Anyway,
Can't do it.
Remember before we started recording, I was like, do you want me to sit in there? Or do you want me to not?
maybe we should do 2 shows this week.
I've heard,
One's the food
A
episode.
I've heard a few people say, Jennifer doesn't talk enough. Well, here the hell you go.
If we're going to talk about
Okay.
food, I'll
Let's
contribute.
go to baseball.
Alan, please, please.
Back to baseball.
We get in and go down to the netting for the guys to walk out, and I'm there to see Blaze Jordan. You know, he's the number 5 prospect for the Red Sox, and I'm not sure. I'm blanking on the number 1 prospect. He's also there, but I want to see Blaze because I pulled one of his autograph cards. So you know, it was pretty cool, and I wanted to get my picture with him. And Jack Grossman walks by.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, I was like, hey, Jax, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, you don't remember me? And he looked at me. And Jennifer's like, oh, he ain't going to remember you. And I said, yes, he's going to remember me. How are you going to forget me? And he's like, oh, my God. He's like, yeah. He's like, you got to do it, man. You got to do it. And I look at him. This is how many steps? And I'm like, that was fucking awesome. I'm at an away ballpark. And I have the opposing player asking me to do a chant that we do here in Hickory.
Roots.
I mean,
That's pretty awesome.
that is flipping awesome. So, you know, and Chris was there with us, but
Jax has liked Hickory since the first time he came.
yeah. So I told Chris about it, and Chris thought it was funny, and I'm like, so are we gonna do it? And he's like, nah. So. And I looked at Adam. I said, are you going to be the finish young man? He's like, hell yeah. So we're sitting all the way down the first base side. That's where they put the players' tickets for some fucking reason. Whether you're home or away, we're all sitting
That's
together.
pretty stupid.
So we, you know, Jack's bat's like 8th or 9th. So
Yeah.
we've got time to scope out behind home plate and see where we can go see it. And sure enough, we sit right beside the Crawdads dugout.
Yeah.
And Jax is up, and you know, I'm like, this is gonna suck. We come all the way over here, and we don't get to do it. And he gets 2 strikes. So Adam, finish him. This is how many steps. Well, he doesn't end up. He pops out or grounds out or something. So he doesn't strike out, so we don't get to count his steps. So, long story short, he got what he asked for. And then Adam and I went back and sat in our assigned seats. Well, we're getting foul balls right here at our heads. And Jennifer's getting uncomfortable. Teresa is done.
Yeah.
She's like, nope, we're not sitting here. So they went and found some seats, which was 4 seats behind up from where we were sitting to do the chant. And I asked Chris, I said, well, do you know if anybody's sitting there? You know, in front of you guys. And he asked the person that was sitting, he's like, no, he's like, these seats are always open. So we went and sat down, and then the next time Jax is on deck circle, I see him looking. He's looking for us, and I wave at him, and he just gives me a thumbs up. and it was absolutely awesome.
I think
So,
Jax has asked me and Jeremy about the show before.
he's asked Chris about the show.
Yeah, he asked Chris about the show, and I remember when we were down there, Glenn, the bus driver, had taken my cowbell and was messing around with it a little bit, and Jax walks out and looks up and goes, "Oh my God, you brought your cowbells?"
So shout out Jax.
But it was cool. But at the same time, when Chris came in, he messaged me because Chris and Teresa was wearing matching shirts and big old hickory on it, and she's like, "So who's y'all's player?"
Yeah.
And they told him, and she was like, "Well, who's that number 18 guy from Puxatawny?" And Chris was like, "Oh, that's John Matthews."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, his host family's here too." And so she thought that they meant parents. You know?
Yeah.
And when we walked in, she actually said something to me. But, we walked in before Chris and Teresa. But so I went and found her. She was the Juan lady. She was and I said, we're John's host family. And she's like, "Oh my God, we're from the same hometown. I was on the school board, blah, blah, blah. I might have been on the school board when he was in school." So,
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Well, I'll let him know, that, if he can come up here and talk to you the next day, go for it." Well, we were walking out, and she stood by the gate and stared at everybody until she found me. She's like, "I wrote him a note. Can you give it to him?" And so I took a picture and texted him. I mean, I don't know if she'll ever see this, but I was like, he saw the note. He just couldn't get up there the next day to go say hey to her and everything. But yeah, I mean, Greenville is just...
We're big Greenville fans here.
I mean, I like it. It's really good. I mean, the only thing that, and I'm with Adam on this, is the Be United on the wall. I don't care for your politics, and I know that's a Red Sox thing.
Yeah.
But, other than that, it's a great ball.
And I have no idea what Be United is. So we can talk about that off camera because I don't want to get political on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Screw politics. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, whatever. Martian, forget politics. It's baseball.
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care who you are, what you look like, who you sleep with, whatever.
That's the number
This is
one thing.
baseball.
That's the number one thing I hate about today's culture is that people think that you have to agree on everything to be friends. That's stupid.
It is.
We're all different. We all like baseball. Or we all,
Let's leave politics
what I'm
out
saying.
of sports, please.
Yes. Whether I don't like politics in sports, even when I agree with the statement or agree with
you
the
know
politics.
what? If I tune into the news and I see them out there playing baseball instead of telling me the news, guess what? I ain't gonna watch them either.
Yeah. There's political stuff in sports that I 100% agree with that I don't want to see because it's sports. It's supposed to be getting away from
But anyway,
life.
let's get away from it
So,
ourselves.
Yes.
But yeah,
Let's do that.
we've been home this past week. We played Winston-Salem. Yay.
What a fun week, though.
But it was actually flipping with
5 out of
Greenville
6.
going into Winston-Salem. I'd have to say it's probably been the absolute best week in baseball, personally for me, because
It's been a blast.
having an
Very good
opposing
week.
player ask me to do this, chant for them in an opposing, and then getting to I don't want to say get to know, but finding out who someone is on the other team. Danny, are we winning?
We're tied 2-2.
2-2.
Okay.
We were behind 2-0.
Yeah.
Now
You're
I
in
saw-
playoff chase right now. The magic number is 8 or 9 or
8.
So
8.
when the opposing managers go out to the mound or the pitching coach, we always say leave him in. Get to the mound, we sing Kumbaya, and as they're walking back, we go left, right, left, right. Well, the pitching coach for the Winston-Salem, Danny Farquhar, just like in Shrek.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his name. Farquhar.
Where
He's got quite an interesting story.
Mm-hmm.
He's
and I'll get to it.
he's
Well,
awesome.
he gets pretty much to
Oh,
the
I know.
foul line.
Yeah.
Looks at us and just laughs because he thinks it's
Yeah.
flipping hilarious that we start and do not stop until he gets in there. Well, he shuffles his feet and he fucks us up. He is the only.
Because he gallop. He gallops like
he is
a
the
horse.
only person to ever go back to the dugout and mess up the left, right, left. And it was flipping hilarious, and I found out Jennifer, we found out he played in the majors.
Mhm.
I didn't know. Jennifer stalked him a little bit.
He did.
I didn't stalk him. I just looked him up.
Whatever.
It's
We
called
liked him.
record.
It's
Yeah.
research.
We liked him, so we just like, hey, did this man ever play in the majors? Sure enough, he played for White Sox. He played for Seattle, Pittsburgh, maybe. No, not Pittsburgh. But I
I know
know.
he played for the White Sox. He played for Seattle.
Yeah. So
And he had something really.
Yeah.
Blue Jays at one point.
If
didn't
Blue
he
Jays.
played for
Yeah,
the White
Blue
Sox
Jays.
and the Pirates, which I don't think he did, but
no, he played
that
for
would have
the
been
Blue Jays.
2 out of the 3 affiliates of the Crawdads. So
Yeah.
But what was super cool is one in Seattle, his number was 40. And everybody knows make shit happen is the 40 number. And this man has made shit happen twice.
Yes.
hell of a story.
Do you know anything about him? Anything?
I skimmed the story, but I don't know details.
He was the one who brought the light into the cheating scandal of the Astros. He was the one pitching
Yep.
against the Astros whenever his changeup was when they called for the changeup, the beating and banging him. He recognized they're fucking stealing my signs.
Yep.
So he got that started.
Which I think he's awesome for that, but
That's how recently he was
the
playing.
other thing
But he
makes
also
that pale in comparison.
Yeah,
to the
I
other
saw.
thing.
That's not.
and I
I'll
will
saw
link
the other
I will
thing.
link this video on here.
And go watch that video and
He
tell you what,
he almost died.
be careful because there'll be somebody cutting onions in your house when you
Yeah.
watch it.
When you said you know the story, I wasn't thinking about the Astros thing. I was thinking about this.
He almost died in a game.
Yep.
He was pitching, went to the dugout and had a brain aneurysm.
Yep. Told the coach he had a headache, and then was like passing out.
Passed
Yeah.
out, puked all over the dugout, and I think like what 50% of people who ever have
More
that.
than that, I think.
Yeah, the number is staggering on the recovery rate.
And the awesome, I mean, not only did he survive it, which was awesome, and come back to normal, everyday normal human being life like what we all have.
because there's not a good chance of you coming back being normal. And
He
I don't
came
mean
back
being
to
mean.
play baseball.
To play again, not coach
Yeah,
again.
to play in the
again.
majors.
against the World Series champs.
Yeah. So
It's an incredible
So
story. I haven't watched
he-
the video yet, but I know it's because I
He
know it's
is
going to be emotional.
definitely the meaning of make shit happen. And like I said, that was just I didn't get the. I talked to him for a little bit, but I didn't. That was before I knew the whole story, because Lucas is like, you should love him because he you know got the Astros in trouble, and I'm like, whatever. I mean I know Lucas wouldn't lie about that, but at the same time you don't know what a 15-year-old has
He
heard.
embellishes things.
I wonder if he gets any crap when he goes up to Asheville,
Oh, I
since
don't-
they're an Astros affiliate now.
But when I looked him up, that was like one of the top stories that posted, and I clicked on it, and it's like 8 or 9 minutes long. So, like I said, definitely check it out after
Check
this.
it out. It's awesome.
But yeah, it was flipping awesome. So that part was one of the great things. And here I'm going to do a PSA thing. There's a player on Winston-Salem, what's his name? Womack's name.
Womack.
Womack,
yeah.
yeah, like the singer.
Just call him out.
Al Womack.
Al Womack.
He's a big dude,
Yes, he is.
but he's fucking Golden Glove. I mean, he was making spectacular plays out there on second base. I mean, kick ass. And you know, we
Kind
were
of when he's standing in the box, it kind of reminds you of Big Hurt.
well. His dad is Tony Womack.
Yeah. Okay, that explains it.
Huh.
World Series champ Tony
Yeah.
Womack. Tony Womack's been at the game all week.
Has he really?
Really?
He lives in Charlotte.
He lives in
How the hell did I not notice that?
So
Because he set him in there in
We-
the section right at their dugout.
we had an incident one night where we had one of our, I don't want to say regulars, but he's a regular, got kind of personal with Al, called him fat, slow, you know.
Which I can't pull rank on because I've done that with plenty of players.
I've done it too, but you know, that was in
I don't
the
like to get
beginning.
personal with him.
But you can make fun of, and this is where my PSA thing comes in. You can make fun of a player
Mm-hmm.
personally if you're giving them praise. Like Tony, I mean, Al's a big dude.
Like, way to go, fat ass.
When- he was making really good plays
what my grandpa
for a
told me
big
when I graduated
for a
high
big
school.
guy. You know, for a big guy, you can move pretty damn fast. But when you call him, "Hey, fat ass," you you ain't never gonna
Yeah.
run that out. You're slow. I can run faster than you. I mean, that kind of puts a bad taste in the mouth. And they were jawing. Al and our buddy was jawing back at each other.
I just noticed this glass has a face on it.
And
It's a tiki.
I wanted to apologize to Al. You know, because that's not 108. That's not what we're about.
No.
We're there to give you a hard time, get in your head, fuck you up so we can win.
Yeah.
Without saying the name, because I don't want to put their business out there, was it somebody that usually sits in 108 or doesn't?
He's there a little bit, not as much as. You know, he's not a regular.
Okay.
But he's
One of the newer guys.
Yeah. So, but you know, it is what it is. Continue to do. I love you. Come back to the game. You know, I'm not down on nobody. Just we're gonna clean it up
A little tough love.
But
You know, sometimes Alan gets out of control with the umpires. So.
fuck them.
That's umpires. They know what's up when they put
Yeah,
that on.
apparently,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you go ahead and tell it.
This was I think this was Saturday. Or no,
'cause I was there
it
Saturday
wasn't.
and
No, it
this
wasn't
is-
Saturday.
I wasn't
No, it was Wednesday. We're sitting down there, and the umps come out. And traditionally, you know, when the umps come out, I grab my cone out of my bag, me and Scott and Ethan and everybody down there, and we'll start booing the umps as they're walking by.
And it's funny because usually it's in the middle of the dads walking by, so it's like, yeah, boo, yeah.
Yeah.
So
like they're walking by, and we start booing them, and it's obvious we're looking right at them because they're only like, you know, what, maybe 15 feet away, and nobody hardly in between us. And, you know, we're booing them and everything, and then, like, I stopped booing. I said, but seriously, though, you're better than Denver. and one of the umps, I can't remember his name, but he just started.
Is it the Hispanic one?
No.
Okay. Then
He just started.
he's a dick.
He just started laughing. I mean, almost stopped walking, laughing, grabbing his stomach, and he was doing that, man, just like genuine laughing, clapping about it. Went over to the home plate and was still standing there, just shaking his head. Would look back at us and laugh.
So that pretty much confirms that among umpires, he's known as not being good either.
Yeah.
Well, Christian, the Hispanic looking, is about the same as.
Oh yeah, he was
horrible. But
Maybe
for the
called
most
him
part
Denver
this
for
week,
most
though,
of the time.
yeah,
for the most part against Winston, the umps were kind of a non-issue. There were a few really
Sunday.
bad calls, but for most of the time, they were a non-issue compared to when Denver was there. They were an issue on every single freaking play almost.
But back to the whole
Well, that-
Womack thing, you know, finally I got to apologize to him. You know, I said, that's not what we're about. But this is what's super cool, part of the whole week. I talked to Tony. I had a good shoot the shit for 10, 15 minutes talk with Tony Womack. You know, and he's like, he understood. He's, you know, trying to teach Al not to jar back. But he is super cool. And I was like, this is awesome. I didn't get his autograph. I wanted to get a picture with him, but it started raining, and he, you know, got out of there. But he's like, and I said, dude, I've been wanting to talk to you all week.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you could have. I said, well, you got people around you. I said, you was on your phone. I said, I'm not like, he's like, look, he's like, I am not one of these big leaguers who big leagues people. He's like, you come talk to me anytime you want.
Although Tony Womack, and Jeremy will love this fact, has a ring from the 2001 World Series when the Diamondbacks beat the
Yankees. But all because a wonderful, amazing manager, Joe Torre, had decided to play the outfielders out and the infielders in. So, bloop.
But-
we win the World Series on a little bloop single
that World Series.
in 2001.
I was only
Should have been the Yankees.
okay. So
Yeah,
obviously,
9/11, New York got attacked,
there you go.
everything.
I was gonna say,
And you play the stupidest defense in the history of the World Series?
if there was one time that the Yankees should have won the World Series, it was in October of 2001,
But-
only a month after
I-
9/11.
I digress, though. Joe Torre, amazing manager, brought the Yankees several rings. Oh, that's my only complaint about it.
And that World Series has some
And
incredible.
apparently he's an amazing man off the field, too, because he heads up a charity for abused children. So,
To have the World Series be played at Yankee Stadium only a month after September 11th was incredible. to see the crowd and everything. I was only 3, but I've gone back and watched it. It's crazy.
But yeah, that, like I said, this past 2 weeks have been probably the best baseball memories that I could probably have ever. Right now, you know, talking to a major league World Series champ, to a guy who has done amazing things for his career, his life, and you know, having an opposing player be really grateful for what we do and want to have it happen to him in his park, even though we're supposed to be, you know, the enemies with each other.
That's fun. Favorite baseball memory? Mine is when me and my dad were and my mom, but my dad's the main player in the story. We're at a Braves game. We were sitting in the outfield, and Chipper Jones is coming up to bat, and my dad nudges me on the arm and says, "I bet you Chipper Jones hits a home run on this at bat," and then he did.
That's pretty cool. My favorite baseball memory has nothing to do with professional baseball players. It has to do with watching a little league team.
Oh, okay.
Or actually a t-ball team. This kid, I was helping my coach my nephew's t-ball team, which I was just filling in as a coach that day. And you know, in t-ball, your third base coach coaches on defense as well as offense, and I was being the third base coach. And there was this little kid, and I don't remember his last name. I remember his first name was Camden, blonde-headed little kid. And he, there was this other team was up the bat. You know, we were on defense, and kid just hits a freaking line drive right at Camden. Pops him right in the chest. I mean, ate him up. I mean, nobody could have got out of the way of that ball. It would have hit me if Camden wasn't standing in front of me. And kid just looks around, looks down, finds the ball, picks it up, fires a beautiful throw to first base. Gets the kid out by about a step and a half. And this kid wasn't wasting his time either. He was trucking it down the line for a little kid. Well, I asked him, I said, "Man, you all right?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's play." Okay. Next batter, next pitch from his coach. Bam! Line drive, third base. Right in the mouth. And I'm thinking, oh crap. This kid's just got teeth knocked out, his nose broke, his jaw broke, something. Well, the opposing team's coach is coming over. Our coaches are all coming over. Mama is making a beeline out of the stands onto the field. And what does this kid do?
Picks up the ball.
Picks up the ball and fires it to first base, gets the kid out.
That's awesome.
Well, we turned the kid around, and sure enough, he's got a little bit of blood from his lip. It split his lip. And his mom, you know, she's like, okay, are you okay? And you can tell, it's hurting him. He's just about to just let loose all the floodgates are about to open, and he's about to crumble onto the ground in pain. But he's fighting. And she said, "All right, I'll give you a choice. You can go home. You can watch all the TV you want, play all the video games you want, eat all the ice cream, chips, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. Or you can stay and finish the game with your teammates. It's your choice." And he looked at her and he just takes a deep breath. "It don't hurt." And then she starts walking much. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, that's a great story.
And I was like, all the adults were just like, "Damn, yeah, that's the way to go." And everybody was starting to tear up just a little, fighting about it. And then he adds it much. And it was like, oh my God, a sense of humor too. Hell yeah.
That's good.
So what's your favorite baseball moment, Jennifer? No, I didn't think so.
Can I read this now? I want to read.
Can you read?
No, I want to do it.
Alan, which one of us
That's
is the better
not
reader?
for you.
It's not. What?
It's not for Ethan.
I already know the answers.
Oh,
Okay.
was it like a trivia
And I think
game?
you've already read this. This is what was posted. Yeah.
I've probably forgotten.
I
that.
love-
Well, there was an article.
I love to critique journalism. That's why
And
I'm
I'll, if I can remember, I'll link it so you can actually read everything. Because I'm not going to read.
I'm
all
gonna check
this.
the time, make sure we're still good in recording and everything.
This was when was this written?
All right, we're at 45 minutes.
So, it was written sometime in the
It
past.
feels so fucking long.
Let's wrap it up.
Shut
I
up.
still got to do mine.
Oh yeah, you still get your segment.
Oh, we almost had another no-hitter this past week as well.
Yes.
Starting pitcher, Mason again. He went
He no-hit 6 innings.
6 or 7 innings, and then John came in.
We were in the 9th inning, had 1 out. And you know what? And I know John probably feels really bad about this, but it wasn't a horrible pitch. It was a good pitch, and it wasn't a cheap hit.
No, it was very nerve-wracking because John's our player, of course, and Mason is Lucas's player, pretty much. I mean, they're best buddies. But, you know, and I'm recording, so if you see it, you can go to my Facebook and watch the video. You know, if we're friends, because it's private, if not. But anyway.
Collective groan in the stadium.
Grown, hell.
You can hear me in the 9th inning because I was
Shouts
like, oh my God. You know, I was like, I'm so shaken. And Chris asked me, and this is why I was like, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
saying nothing. And, you know, it was just, but I knew it wasn't going to happen because Cody wasn't catching. Because that would have been just the holy grail of our no-hitter. Because me and Cody, we've got kind of closer in a couple weeks.
Cody's awesome.
Yeah,
Cody's a great guy.
Cody, I love Cody to death. So, but I knew it wasn't going to happen because Cody wasn't back there. But when John pitched, I knew that pitch was going to get hit.
Yeah.
Because, and we talked about this Sunday night at our dinner. Did you notice he pumped his leg twice?
Yeah.
And then when I saw that, I'm like,
Tell me about that. Yeah.
gone. It was, and I knew then, but we still won. He didn't get no hits. I don't know, he got the hit, but no runs.
Yeah,
that was
no
the only
runs.
hit. So
A one hit shutout.
Yeah, so
That's
that made
still an
his stats
amazing
look
feat.
great. He got the save and everything. So
Yeah.
but
We were all disappointed because we didn't get to see the no hitter, but a one hit shutout is still an amazing
You
pitching
can-
performance.
And it was pretty comfortable because we had like a 7 or 8 run lead. So.
Yeah, we had a 7-run lead.
But
7.
still,
Or a touchdown in college
everybody's
football.
stats were great. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And then Sunday, the umpire sucks, and we got fucked. I don't remember the last Sunday game we won, but anyway.
well, I remember Saturday though. Saturday, Caber was at bat, and Chris Cease was on first, and there was a wild pitch. Caber said it was a wild pitch. Carlos said it was a wild pitch. Chris said it was a wild pitch or a pass ball. He wanted to. Anyway, Caber didn't touch it. It didn't hit Caber. It didn't hit his bat. Well, Chris, who was on first, took off running with the pitch. Well, when the ball got past the catcher, he was about halfway to first. Ran all the way to third. Well, all of a sudden, the ump's like, nope.
Yeah.
Foul ball. You got to go back to first. Well, next pitch, Chris is gone. Still second. Very next pitch after that, steals third. Gets up, just pumped up. Well, the next pitch, he's about halfway down the home, halfway down third base line. I swear he was getting ready to steal home, but he didn't. Carlos called him back. He's like, "Come on now, calm down." Well, I talked to him after the game. And I told him, I said, "Dude, that taking back what was yours, that was awesome." And he's like, "Yeah, can you believe these motherfuckers made me go back to first? I was ready to steal home plate, these sons of bitches." It's like, oh my lord.
But yeah, this
Also in that game, we had another pitching
yes,
thing, amazing pitching thing.
but you didn't know it.
No, and
Unless
neither
you were
did he.
He didn't either.
No.
Oh wow.
Toccoa Roby, Asheville native, had an immaculate inning. And if you don't know what that is, an immaculate inning is 3 batters come to the plate, 3 batters struck out. That's not foul ball, or it's not line drive, caught the ball,
It's
not pop fly.
3 straight pitches.
9 pitches total.
Yeah, well, yeah.
3 strikeouts.
But only 3. Like no balls,
Yeah,
all
no
strikes.
balls, no
Only
no
9
foul
pitches.
balls.
9
yes.
straight pitches, straight strikes.
9 pitches, 9
Yeah.
strikes,
That's
no walks.
And that is very, very,
Very
rare.
rare.
That's
It's-
it's,
but
as
it's
rare
not-
as a no hitter. Almost.
Yes, but like I said, you didn't know it
Yeah.
unless you are the one keeping score.
Well, we
Yeah.
knew it, didn't we?
Because
Because Lucas came straight over there. And
I talked
about it.
to
Well, Lucas didn't know but until he saw the iPad in the dugout.
I talked to Tekoa after the game, and it's not like I'm on a first name basis with him or anything like that. It's the only time I've ever talked to him. But talked to him over there at the side after the game. I'm like, dude, that's pretty amazing. You had an immaculate inning. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't even know it until I got back to the dugout and somebody told me. I'm like, damn.
That's even crazier than the actual.
Well, the pitcher didn't even know.
Yeah.
Of course, that's probably a good thing. He's
But
worried about striking the current
But
batter
here we
out.
are. We're hanging K's.
Yeah.
And we didn't even get it. We were hanging them fast. We even said, damn, we're hanging them fast.
Yep.
But we didn't process that it was 9 pitches.
Yep.
So.
That's pretty awesome.
But we're going to get to this article that
Ethan's about to lose his mind. He just keeps looking at that.
he's got to go to the gay bar.
Oh, that's right.
I'm going to the regular bar after.
Hey, if you
With
go to
the
the
two
bar, that's
guys.
cool. If that's your thing.
And that's it. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to the regular bar to drink regular. Well, actually, no, it's going to be craft beer, so not regular beer. But anyway, let's get to this.
I don't
With your
know.
2 man friends.
I don't know when this was put out. This sometime earlier this month. For people who are watching this, that's not here in North Carolina, which is only one person that I know of.
There might be more.
People are watching this worldwide.
The whole world is watching.
We had 10 minor league teams here in North Carolina.
Took me a minute to remember all 10.
Which ties in to my segment.
This-
I'm never getting out of here.
This is the best of the best for all 10 North Carolina teams.
Oh, yes, I read this.
Yeah. The North Carolina teams are the Carolina Mudcats, the Down East Wood Ducks, the Winston-Salem Dash, Kannapolis Cannonballers, Greensboro Grasshoppers, Fayetteville Woodpeckers, the Charlotte Knights, the Durham Bulls, and the Hickory Crawdads.
That's the affiliated teams.
Yeah.
There are more.
But they didn't. They left one team off because I counted this shit 3 times, and I went to Jennifer. I said, "Wait a minute, I need you to count." There's 9 teams listed:
Okay, read them out again.
Mudcats, Wood Ducks, Dash, Cannonballers, Grasshoppers, Woodpeckers, Knights, Bulls, and the Dads.
Oh, I know it.
Asheville.
Burlington.
Asheville.
Burlington's
That's off the
not
tourist.
Burlington's,
affiliated.
Burlington's an independent
Oh.
collegiate team now. But yeah, they left off Asheville.
Yeah,
But,
off the
but,
tourist. How do you leave
so-
off the tourists? The tourists are awesome.
but it's in.
They're in the list.
They're
They
in
just
the
didn't
list.
list
They
them.
just-
they just didn't
It's
list.
a typo.
So it goes through and it's like the best of this and the best of that. So
Which is a great article. You should read.
yeah, I will link this. Best ballpark at all 10.
North Carolina, right?
Yeah, North Carolina teams.
For the history and for the movie, I'd say Durham.
Granger Stadium,
Really?
which
Alright.
is
That's Wood Ducks.
there you go.
Oh well,
I
the
wouldn't
current
choose that,
Durham
but it is a good
ballpark.
choice.
The current Durham ballpark is not the one from the movie, so never mind.
Which if you read all this, it's because
I say Asheville.
Asheville is the oldest by far in the minor leagues, but Kinston is right behind Durham.
Yeah.
And that's why they because it's got an old feel.
Mm-hmm. It does have really cool.
Yeah, and it's one of my favorites because of where.
The only thing I don't like
of
is
the
the location.
ugliness. It's
Yeah.
ugly, but it's beautiful.
It's old school
but
baseball.
it's old school baseball.
Yeah.
So, best sight lines,
Sightlines.
I can
which
remember
means
what
the
they
best
said.
outfield
Best
views when you're
Yeah.
sitting.
Yeah.
Best.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant sightlines like. Never mind. But yeah, if I knew that, I would have said Charlotte because the skyline right behind the.
It's an amazing view. That the city skyline.
How do you
lit
think
up
about
at
that,
night.
Jennifer?
When
I
you
don't
said
know, we ain't been in a while.
when you
Let's just start in
said
that picture.
when you said sightlines, I was thinking like the way that the seats
like it
are
at
oriented
Christmas
towards
time.
the plate, so like the way you see.
Well, it's still that too. There's not a bad seat there.
No, there's really not.
So
Except
best
for the one I sat in 2014.
best vantage point.
I keep wanting to
I know
say
my favorite.
I keep wanting to say Greenville and all these, but that's South Carolina. Best vantage point? Oh, those are the outfield seats in Hickory, baby. Get your sausage sandwich. Let's ride.
It is outfield. Outfield is part of it.
I'm gonna say Durham again because that is a pretty good place to sit.
Very, very correct, but wrong.
That is a great place to see a game in Durham.
Yeah,
From the outfield seats.
Winston's got a nice outfield place.
that's the one. Winston-Salem.
My favorite vantage point, though, in North Carolina baseball is not in the stadium.
Oh yeah, the
above
soccer
stadium,
the
looking
soccer
down
field,
on
yeah.
Asheville.
Best atmosphere.
My mind went to Asheville because of the history, but I don't know if whoever wrote this article was. Wait, is
This is a damn good article.
It is.
Are these the opinions of the guy or girl that wrote the article, or was it a vote?
I think it's
Opinion.
opinions.
Okay, like it wasn't like a vote of a bunch of people. All right. So best atmosphere. I'm gonna say Asheville.
No.
Well, what was it?
Durham.
Also a good choice. Asheville
Good.
and Durham both good choices.
And that atmosphere for Durham makes sense because, and I'll say it again, because of the movie. And I mean, you got Susan Sarandon reading the.
Yeah, I
So,
love
yeah,
that
that's
they
pretty
play
cool.
her reading the rules before the games.
Best fans.
Hickory
You
Crawdads.
goddamn shit. God, fucking right, dog.
You
I'm
are.
gonna read this one.
You damn right.
Hickory might not have the biggest area from which to draw, but no other area around the state has embraced its local team the way the folks from the Crawdads.
And best
They
traveling
come
team.
equipped with cowbells and noisemakers, and
That's
are led
us.
and are led by the super fan called Mega Man, aka Chris Pack. They
Hey.
cheer, chant, and heckle opposing players until the bitter end, even when the team falls behind 18-1 after 5 innings.
That's a bit of a
As they
backhanded
did the
compliment.
night I was there.
Bit of a backhanded compliment, but okay, we'll take it. And he mentioned 108, and he mentioned cowbells too. That's
Yep.
us.
So and I there's nothing on this that I don't agree with, except for maybe Granger Stadium.
I'm
being the
biased
best.
to
Well,
say
but at the
us,
same
but
time-
also it's true.
But out of all these,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
category
Best
is
fans.
just the best.
Did
So,
every
I'm
team?
not-
Did every team win one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because like I said from the other video, here's all my stuff that we have been talking about.
Are you
before.
gonna go through the rest of those, or are you
Yes,
just
I'm
gonna
going
brag
through.
on yourself?
I've already
Best
seen it.
picnic area beer garden.
Already
I saw it. It said Fayetteville.
He's cheating.
I haven't been to
Which
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, if you haven't been, is a very nice stadium.
But I don't want to say. I don't know if that's the best.
No, I think probably the best beer garden would be Granger or Mother Earth Pavilion.
Well, actually, I think the best beer garden is Asheville, and it has.
Where
They
is
don't
their
even
beer
have a
garden? They
beer
don't have
garden.
The
I
whole
was gonna make
stadium's a beer
I was gonna
garden.
make a joke and say that the entire city of Asheville is a beer garden.
Yeah.
Okay. Best entertainment.
Spaz, Greensboro.
Spaz isn't there anymore.
It's not.
No.
Oh yeah, we were just there.
But yeah, just in the park, on the field, and around the field.
I still say Greensboro.
The Cannonballers.
Cannonball.
Oh,
Trevor does a
yeah,
great
yeah.
job.
Yeah, they do a really, really good job.
And our girl does a great job too.
Yeah, we've stepped our game up this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Then of course there can be improvements, but from what
Hey,
from
she-
what we
from what it
what
was-
we went from
Yeah.
to what we are now, and
We
no
are
no
light
digging on
years.
Chris.
Yeah, nothing against Chris, but we are light years from where we were.
Best
All
mascot.
thanks to Emily.
Best mascot.
Do you remember the best mascot?
Mm-mm.
Who would be your best mascot?
Well, I'm biased to Conrad, but
Yeah, he doesn't show up half the time.
yeah.
I mean, when he shows up, he's great. But
I like the Cannonballers. They've
kinda
already
like-
won.
even though I hate the team, kind of like Bolt. I think Bolt does a great job.
What about you? Where do you know what's this?
The Trash Pandas.
North Carolina.
Oh, I would go to Fayetteville because I like that bird. What's his name?
Although Asheville has two great mascots.
Bunker is his name.
Yeah,
Bunker.
Bunker.
He didn't do much when I was there.
Yeah.
He just kind of walked around.
I'd have to say Wooly,
Who is it?
the
Yeah.
bull, because he actually came in the very first time we ever went. Remember, he came in by
Yeah,
helicopter.
yeah, he usually does cool
Yeah, and
stuff.
plus then he rides around on the
Yeah, he
on the
rides
go-kart.
around in the go-kart. That's
But
pretty awesome.
your best mascot, in this guy's opinion, is Boomer.
Yeah.
The Cannonballers.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I love about Boomer, look at his face.
Yeah.
He's got that open helmet and the goggles
And the mustache.
and that broom handle mustache. push broom mustache like a certain
Yeah,
race car driver.
Teresa
is no
can't
longer
take
with
everything.
us.
Can't take everything away.
Best in-game promotion. Which
That's not really a promotion.
The Night of Horrible Promotions was
I
my
don't
favorite
like the
thing.
way they said that.
yeah, but okay.
Coolest thing that they do at
The-
ball games.
The coolest in between innings thing.
Because I know nothing about the Mudcats, I'm gonna throw this one away and say that's the Mudcats.
I don't
What
know.
happens in between innings?
Fun thing that they have.
The entertainment.
Well,
Not
it's
talking-
between
not-
it.
not-
Oh, this is like this isn't like a.
This is what they mean. It happens in between the innings, not
It doesn't happen in between the innings.
in between bats. How's that?
Greensboro, the dog. The bat
by
boy,
far
the
the
dog
best.
bat boy that goes out and yeah.
The Bat Dog.
Best alter ego. Which
Well, it should be the couch potato.
which we don't really know
Llamas.
that we don't know that much of
Should be
the other
llamas.
team. So it was the Carolina Mudcats going
Which-
back to the micro brews.
I gotta say,
I like
the
that.
other day when we played as the Llamas and Winston-Salem played as the Salsa.
As the tissue box.
As
The
far
tissue
as-
boxes.
Yeah. But no, I mean, as far as that was visually, that was a hell of a game to watch.
I think Asheville Hippies is a good shout for that too.
Yeah, Asheville Hippies.
Best uniforms.
Crawdads, of course.
Crawdads. Come on. Oh, I really like the Knights.
Lollygagging on this, aren't you?
Do it.
Fucking lollygagging.
I like the Knights. The pinstripes.
Yeah, well, that's
Big
nice.
Knights fan for that. Who was it?
The balls.
Ah.
Lollygagger. All right, and the last one. Best logo.
That's not true.
Best logo?
Yeah.
Again, I want to say the Crawdads. But the Taurus is, I already saw it, it says Taurus. But they do have a good logo, but I don't
They
know
got
if
a
that's the
couple good
best.
logos. I like their Mr. Moon logo.
I like Dude. I like the wood
And that's
duck.
what it is. Yes, the Bulls logo is nice, but there's just something what's that?
Irresistible.
Irresistible about a smiling man in a moon wearing sunglasses and a baseball cap.
Sunglasses that are too big for his big head.
That's my favorite mascot, by the way. The moon guy at Asheville.
Mr. Moon.
Yeah.
The moon guy.
The moon
You know
guy.
why his name is the Moon? Mr. Moon. Going back to the original name for the Asheville, the Moonshiners.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like I said, I will
Hmm.
link
Going-
that so you can read it.
Going back, so the Asheville Taurus were originally called the Moonshiners.
Yes.
That's an interesting bit of history about a local minor league team. And speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
I think
Woo!
Jeremy's got some more of that.
I do.
Went to 5 years of school just to do that one segue.
Yeah. See, it's really paying off for you.
Yeah.
All right. This week's team is, as I, it's the first look at it was the Lenoir Red Sox. Yes, Lenoir, North Carolina had
Yay!
a minor league team, and
But it's the Red Sox who we've already talked about
no,
in Greenville. Oh, really?
you would think it would be. They were never affiliated with the Boston Red Sox.
Well, back then, names were very uncreative. They were just like, we wear Red Sox. We're the Red Sox.
Yeah, that's why the White Sox were called the White Sox because
Yeah.
their original name, as far as that's closest to the White Sox, is the White Stockings, and Boston used to be called the Red Stockings. Of course, before that, they were called the Bean Eaters. Yeah,
The Atlanta Braves were at one point the Boston Bean Eaters.
Boston is Beantown.
Mhm.
But anyway, the Lenoir Red Sox were a minor league team in Lenoir, North Carolina from 1937 to 1951, but not continuously. They played from 37 to 40, and then from 46 to 51.
So my grandparents might have went to games there.
Yeah, they might have. The
'Cause
two
we're all from Lenoir. We are deep, deep, deep family history in Lenoir.
the
Wow.
two teams
The
they
Lions
were
of West Virginia, Lenore.
the two major league teams they were
Benfield's have been in
affiliated
Lenoir since the
with.
17th.
Jeremy's trying to speak.
I was just saying.
They were not affiliated with the Benfields in any way. But anyway, the two major league teams that they were affiliated with in 1940, they were affiliated with the Cincinnati Reds. Jeremy will be happy about that.
Not this year.
Not this Jeremy. And the other team, that was in 1940, and the other team was the New York Giants from 49 to 51.
And yes, the New York Giants, not the San Francisco Giants, because they were in New York for all of those years. They won 3 titles in 38, 46, and 50. And they had 3 names. First, they were the Lenoir Indians from 37 to 39. Then they were the Lenoir Reds. The one time they were named after their affiliate was when they were a Cincinnati affiliate. And then they were the Lenoir Red Sox. And in 1937, Lenoir Indians began minor league play. Lenoir played as members of the 6-team independent level Carolina League, which was formerly called the Carolina Baseball League. The league was referred to as an outlaw league because they were independents, and at the time, I think it was Mountain Landis was trying to get make it illegal for all these other teams to operate if they weren't affiliated. So they were all saying, "Screw you, we're going to play anyway." But anyway, the league was referred to as an outlaw league because of independent status. Most of the other league members had previously hosted numerous semi-pro teams in the Carolina Textile League, made up of locals and mill workers. In 1937, Indians finished with a record of 42-54 to place 5th under player-manager Baxter Moose, finishing 12.5 games behind first place Kannapolis Towlers. The Carolina League Lenoir franchise is listed in some references as the Finishers. I kind of like that name for a baseball team.
That's pretty badass.
I can't wait to
yeah.
hear what stadium they played in, because it might be one I've been to a lot.
Doubt it. In 1938, I mean, you might have, but I doubt it. In 1938, Lenoir Indians won the Carolina League Championship. Indians finished the season in first place in the 16 final league standings with a 60-39 record, playing under manager Bobby Hips. Lenoir finished 4 games ahead of second place Hickory Rebels in the final standings. No playoffs were held. The Carolina League folded following the 1938 season, resuming play in 1945.
We just lost.
Yeah, well, it's 2-4, bottom of the 8.
Okay, all right.
In 1939, the Lenoir Indians continued play, becoming members of the 16 Class D level Tar Heel League. The Indians placed second in the standings and finished the season 61-40 with a 61-46 record, playing under manager Lefty Guise, Guise, and Clarence Roper. Lenoir finished 10.5 games behind first place Gastonia Cardinals in the final regular season standings. In the playoffs, the Statesville Owls defeated Lenoir 3-0. Continuing play in the 1940 Tar Heel League, the Lenoir Reds became a minor league affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds. The Lenoir Reds finished with a record of 53-55 to place 4th in the regular season standings, finishing 19 games out of first, behind the Statesville Owls again. Playing under manager Ray Rice, the Reds...
Wait.
Even Jennifer laughed.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Not that Ray Rice, although it'd be
Yeah,
pretty
the
cool
elevator
if it
went.
was.
Oh, dang.
Alright, the Reds advanced to the playoffs where they lost in the first round to the Statesville Owls again. Statesville Owls defeated Lenoir 4-2 in the playoffs. Alright, then we come to 46. They're defunct for a number of years till 1946. In 1946, Lenoir Red Sox became charter members of the 4-team Class D level Blue Ridge League during the season. The Galax Leafs, Mount Airy Grenadiers, and Radford Rockets and Salem Friends. Salem just has dumb names for teams. Oh, we're the Friends. We all be friends. We're the Dash. Sorry.
No one
But
told
anyway.
him life was going to be that way.
Yeah. So anyway, the Hyphens have a bad name of team names, or bad history of team names. Anyway, began 1946 league play, which commenced on May 1st, 1946. Salem moved to Lenoir during the season. In the first season of play in the new league, 1946, Lenoir Red Sox won the 1946 Blue League Championship. On June 25th, 1946, charter member Salem Friends franchise relocated to Lenoir, with a 20-8 record after compiling a 51-27 record while based in Lenoir. They may be kicking butt in Lenoir. But anyway, lost my place. Okay, yeah. The Salem Lenoir team placed first in the final league standings, playing under managers Vernon Mackey and Noel Casbier. 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 Anyway, the Red Sox ended the season with an overall record of 71-35 and finished the season 11 games ahead of the second place Mount Airy Grenadiers team as no playoffs were held. 1947, Lenoir Red Sox reached the 4-team Blue Ridge League Finals after a regular season record of 43-73.
You telling me? I want to back that up a second. You're telling me there was a team in Mount Airy?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sure was.
Who was our starting pitcher? Andy Griffith. Thank you.
And Barney was their catcher.
Yes.
Opie was the bad boy.
Yep, he was the bad boy.
And
Aunt B would make dinner for
yeah.
both teams.
And the guy that was always drunk, whose name I can't remember in the
Otis.
He was the umpire.
He was sit.
He was
Yeah, he was the umpire.
And of course, Floyd was the barber for both teams.
Yep.
Everybody had the same haircut.
All right, the team placed fourth and last in the standings as the league implemented a new playoff system that involved all 4 teams. Okay, so they made it by default, apparently. All right, playing under manager Noel Casbier, whatever his last name was, Lenoir finished 28.5 games behind first place Galax Leafs. 28.5 games and still made the playoffs. All right. In the playoffs, Lenoir defeated Mount Airy Grenadiers 3-1 to advance to the finals. Galax Leafs won the championship after defeating Lenoir 4-3. Sounds like pretty fun playoffs to watch. Underdog like that. Anyway, 1948, Lenoir Red Sox became charter members of the 8-team Class D level Western Carolina League. Forest City Owls, Henderson Skylarks, Lincolnton Cardinals, Marion Marauders, Morganton Aggies, Newton Conover Twins, and Shelby Farmers joined Lenoir as charter members. Beginning Western Carolina League play on April 30th, 1948, Lenoir Red Sox placed 7th in the regular season final standings with a record of 49-61, playing under managers Jack McLean and Claude Gennard. Lenoir finished 20 games behind first place Lincolnton Cardinals in the Western Carolina League regular season standings. Lenoir did not qualify for the 4-team playoffs.
I think you said John McClane for a second.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
He was over there shooting terrorists in between innings. And in 1949, Lenoir Red Sox became a minor league affiliate of the New York Giants, affiliation that would last through the 1951 season. Lenoir placed 5th in the 1949 Western Carolina League regular season standings, missing the playoffs. The Red Sox ended the season with a record of 57-50 under returning manager Claude Gennard, finishing 14.5 games behind first place Newton Conover Twins. Pitcher Walter Lentz of Lenoir led the league with a 3.03 ERA. Dude was dealing. 1950, the Red Sox won the Western Carolina League Championship in the regular season. Lenoir placed 2nd with a 67-40 record. Managed again by Claude Gennard, Lenoir finished half a game behind the first place Newton Conover Twins, who were 69-41 in the final regular standings with a .001% of a winning percentage separating the 2 teams.
Wow.
Yeah. I've never even heard of anything being that close. In the first round of the playoffs, Lenoir Red Sox defeated the Marion Marauders 4-3 to advance. In the finals, Lenoir won another 7-game series, defeating Newton Conover 4-3 to win the championship. Robert Featherstone of Lenoir led the Western Carolina League with 27 home runs. We saw that almost in a season a few years back, or in a month a few years back with 18.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was an unusual month. 1951 Red Sox played their final season and placed 7th in the Western Carolina League regular season standings, Lenoir finished with a record of 40-70, managed by Claude Gennard, O.K. Flowers, and John Olson. Anytime you got that many managers in a year, you suck.
Right. Speaking of managers, let's talk about that.
Yeah, we'll save that.
Lenoir did not qualify for the playoffs. As well, they shouldn't have. Rutherford County finished with a regular season record of 62-48, placed fifth in the regular season standings, playing under returning manager Rube Wilson. What a name, Rube. But anyway, the Red Sox finished their final season 31 games behind first place Morganton Aggies in the regular season. In 1952, the Western Carolina League played the season reduced to 6 teams after Lenoir folded.
You got to tell me what stadium they played in.
I was going to say, you were talking about the ballpark. They played all of their games at the Lenoir High School field. Lenoir teams were noted to have played their minor league home games at Lenoir High School field. The ballpark was reportedly located behind the high school at 521 West College Avenue, Lenoir, North Carolina.
I mean, I know where that's at.
Today, Lenoir High School is closed as a public school, but is still in use as a residential facility and was placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1990. The building is located at 100 Willow Street Southwest in Lenoir, North Carolina.
There's a soccer field behind there. Maybe some remnants of where that baseball
Could be.
stadium was is there.
Go take a walk around it.
I will.
And notable alum, not a long list. I mean, I could find other people they said were notable, but then only one guy made it to the majors, and that was Bob Schmidt. Bob Schmidt made it to the majors. He got called up to the San Francisco Giants in 1958, which I don't know if anybody knows their history. When did California baseball begin?
57.
58.
58. Wow.
It
I was
it
1 year
was
off.
okayed in 57,
No Schmidt.
and it began in 58. So he was on that inaugural team for San Francisco.
Cool.
And he must have had a hell of a year, because not only did he make it to the majors that year, he was a Major League All-Star that year.
Holy Schmidt.
Yeah, holy Schmidt is right.
If you get one, I'm not giving you two. You know, one guy from Lenoir made it. One guy from Lenoir made it, but that guy's an all-star.
He had a decent career. I mean, he batted .243 for his career with 39 home runs, 150 RBIs. Not bad.
Yeah. Well,
So
Two
that,
Schmitties.
ladies and gentlemen,
I'm not getting
is
it.
your Lenoir minor league baseball team.
Well, that was quite the interesting saga.
And we lost.
And we lost. So that's the Dirty Balls podcast. Thank you all for watching. We lost. We're losers.
Time for Ethan to
We
go
lose.
drink.
Drown his sorrows.
Well, while Ethan leaves, I'm
Go
going to go
get
over
free
the
drinks from
promotions.
guys at the.
That makes it sound like I have a problem. I already made the plans earlier before I knew we were doing a podcast tonight. I'm not leaving these guys hanging. Alan, you are in very capable hands hearing these promotions. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Hope the
I
dumb-
just locked the door on myself.
dumbass.
You locked the door and tried to walk through it.
Get him, Cable.
Signal.
Get him.
Anyway,
We got Peppa Pig over here.
Oh.
So, anyway.
We can say any offensive stuff we want now.
This-
Ethan's not here to stop us, and he's still on this video. He
So
has
if I
no
say this
control.
word, Ethan gets canceled, right?
Don't do it.
we'll be nice to Ethan.
Yeah, we're on the road this week. As you already know, in Hudson Valley, we just lost the second game. It's Wednesday. Fuck.
Yeah. How's
And,
Bowling Green doing? Because they affect our future.
yeah, Bowling Green's losing. So yeah. So next week they will be in. Why can I never remember the city name?
Aberdeen,
Aberdeen.
Maryland.
Ironbirds?
Ironbirds. Son of a bitch. I could picture the logo in my mind. Just couldn't think. And then
And you've been there.
I know, but that was
Forgettable.
not really. That was our first trip that we took last year, and it was very short. But
Short and forgettable.
yeah, I remember the cicadas though. Holy shit. Anyway, like I said, we're still on the road next week. Then we'll be home. I'll probably do another little short video on YouTube and give you these promotions again. So the 7th is Spy Spectacular and Wine Wednesday. The 8th is Under the Sea Jamboree. The 9th is 80s Night, and it's Battle of the PTOs because school starts back. The 10th is Carnival Night, team card giveaway.
Carnival night? You know what would be cool for carnival night?
Have a carnival?
Some carnival treats like deep fried Oreos or funnel cake or anything like that.
Oh, you mean the
I
stuff
wonder
that
what we'll
Asheville
have.
has on the regular?
Remember we were told the other day at the cafe that it was slim pickings?
Yeah.
Like Jennifer said, I can only imagine what the last
Oh,
home is
God.
going to be.
Yeah, they're running out of everything.
Yeah. And it's team card giveaway, the salute to the troops, and bases and brews, which they haven't promoted that.
You know? You mean Hickory doesn't?
Because we're going to run out of fucking alcohol.
There's a sign on the bathroom.
Yeah, they'll
door.
probably
What
be
more
out
do
of
you
beer
want?
by then.
So, and I think Friday or Saturday they're giving away a T-shirt. And
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's-
added that.
that's the
So
one.
it's
they
not
added
on
that, so it's not on
Yeah.
Mascot. And the Superstars will be here
'Cause they
that
rescheduled
week
it.
because they rescheduled because it got rained out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the sadness, September 11th.
It's a sad day anyway.
Yeah, and this just makes it sadder the
And
bad.
if you don't know why, shame on you.
You said you weren't going to forget, bastard.
I didn't forget.
I didn't forget.
Uncle Sam didn't forget.
But yeah,
The guy who's leading Uncle Sam forgets a lot right now. But anyway.
but anyway, we digress. It's the last homestand. It's the last game of the season if we don't make the playoffs. It's Fan Appreciation Day. It's National Guard Night. Salute the troops. And the red jerseys will be auctioned off. Do not get 27 or 24 or 18. Don't fucking do it. I don't want to pay a lot for it. I don't want to have to bid you and then go broker than I already am.
Yep.
Well, Jennifer. goes
But we'll
broker.
do what we have to
But
do.
we will get our jerseys.
Speaking of fan appreciation, are they going to do what they used to do? I've heard they're going to be giving away a team card set.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
So does that mean they're going to let people down on the field after the game to get them autographed?
I would
Like they
hope
used
so.
to?
And I hope they bring that back next year because they've done that every Saturday night. I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they used to
They
do
used
that.
to do
It wasn't everybody,
Well,
but they'd have a table
Yeah, like
with.
every Saturday night they would get like 2 or 3 players out there to do
Yeah.
it. But then like at the end of the season, they'd give away a card set and you could they would have everybody along the dugout and you go down through there and get the whole team to sign.
I'll have to message Doug, and I will definitely have that. You're not watching it. Nobody's fucking watching this time. It's too late.
I am.
But
You
I'll
say it's too late. You don't know what time they're watching this.
I'm just saying it's too long into the video. Nobody's already. Well, I think we get an
I know some
average
people that watch
of
the whole
8
video.
minutes. Is I think is the average. But anyway,
Lucas
I'll
will watch it.
I'll ask
Lucas
Doug,
will watch
and I'll have that answer for you on the next short video.
And if you're still watching and you see me, Alan, or Jennifer, come up to us and say, the pen is blue.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say that, and
Say the pen is blue.
you will get something. I promise. Maybe a hug. Thank
Or
you.
at the very least, a funny look. Until we remember that we said this.
Yeah, because I will definitely forget. I just
That's mine. So much
she's drinking alcohol. So,
Not
but yeah,
sharing.
thanks for watching. If you've made it this far,
Yes, thank you.
go get your
Like,
shirt.
share, subscribe.
So, but yeah, get out to the game if you can, and support the guys.
Yes.
This was a great group of guys.
Mm-hmm. It's one of
Ethan,
my favorite teams ever.
Ethan ain't here, so but I know he's not even gonna watch this shit. Ain't that? That's what's sad. We do have one confirmed interview for the off season. So Cody, like I said, if you're watching, then you're special. Yeah, Cody. I asked him the other day.
I'm looking forward to that.
I said, "What are you doing in the off season?" I said, "Are you going to go play anywhere, whatnot?" He's like, "Nope, just going home to Texas." So So I said, well, you got to come on the podcast, and he's like, hell yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna talk to a couple other guys. I want to see if Avery wants to come on, and we'll talk to John. I know John will. I'd like to see if Evan Carter wants to come on. So he seems like a pretty cool guy to.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
His
approachable.
parents seem pretty cool. His mom's pretty cool.
So I was the first bobblehead he ever signed.
No.
Yeah, I got the bobblehead, and I was the first and second because the guy who got me the bobblehead, I said, send me yours and I'll send it back. So I got the first and second bobblehead he's ever signed. But yeah, again,
First of many.
yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the ballpark. Come say, hey, the pen is blue, right?
All right. The pen is blue.
The pen is blue. So see you guys.